So good morning students. Today we are going to cover the MapReduce part of a data analytics section. So it is one of significant algorithm of data analytics Hadoop, Apache Hadoop. So these are the content that we are going to cover the introduction part and the one of example of a MapReduce. So MapReduce it's just the heart of Hadoop, as you can see in the uh, bottom right corner that this one is the MapReduce, just over the heart of the Hadoop 2.0 system. So in Hadoop 1.0 it is known as the MapReduce, but in Hadoop 2.0 yet another resource and negotiator is a yarn layer. It's just embedded with this MapReduce section after the SDFS. So at a bottom layer, we can have the Hadoop distributed file system, one of storage mechanism, and at the next layer, we can have a MapReduce as a computation mechanism, as a algorithm. So how to where to store data means the answer will come from the SDFS, but how to compute data, the answer will come from the MapReduce algorithm. So it is a programming paradigm. So it's just a replacement of a Java. So whatever n number of lines of code we can write in a Java, that can easily replaced with the help of our programming, that is our MapReduce. So it allows a massive scalability across thousands of server in a Hadoop cluster. So in what sense? In the way like Hadoop distributed file system works, like we have a name node and a different data nodes. In the same way, the MapReduce works like with the help of a task trackers and the job tracker mechanism. So MapReduce is a programming model and an associated implementation for the processing of generating large data sets with a parallel distributed algorithms. So it's nothing but a distributed algorithm that splits data into a different number of places. MapReduce software's framework provides an abstraction layer, means data must be an abstracted part with the data flow and flow of control of users, and hides implementation of all the data flow steps. So usually what it does, it works for the mapping section, means the similar data contents will be mapped together, synchronize with the different locations, communicate among the data members, and finally scheduling, means which task has to be performed first, which has to be the it gives the priority to the system and priority to the data parts. So as we say that it is these two daemons like a job tracker and task tracker exist inside your MapReduce function with the, and it is implemented with the help of two functions that are known as a mapper function and the reducer function. Okay, so job tracker provides connectivity between Hadoop and your application. So whatever application that has to be executed with the help of a client, it has to be connected with your Hadoop, and job tracker is responsible and supposed to do these things. Job tracker splits up data into a smaller task like a map that we can see in the later example, and sends it to the task tracker process in each node. So you can think about, like in SDFS we have a one master node name as a name node, and we have a different data nodes at a different places. Okay, here in the same way we have a job tracker that splits data into different number of places, and that places means all the data nodes stores the task tracker to compute all the tasks. So what happen in a distributed environment, your all the computations will not be done in at a single place. All the computations will be performed over different places, and finally they will be, the output will be a merged together to get a compiled section. So job tracker, a master component, as we said, responsible for overall execution of a map reducer job, and there is a single job tracker per Hadoop cluster. So obvious है, जैसे कि name node होता था, the same way we can have a job tracker. So job tracker works as a master node similar to the name node, and task trackers works like a slaves node that has to that have to report to the specific job tracker of that application, and it reports back to the job tracker node and report on a job progress. So again the similar way, as a data nodes reports to the name node and sends a heartbeat to the at a particular time interval. The same way, task tracker has to report to the job tracker and sends a particular heartbeat, whether it means the computation is being performed over a particular system, and it is a responsibility of a task tracker, since job tracker has no way to track the things. So it is a job, so task tracker is supposed to make a response to the job tracker to ensure that the working is in progress. This is one of example of a map reduced for the word count process. So suppose that we have a one of input files which has some textual data like a deer, beer, whatever we have inside that. So these are the different number of phases like a splitting phase, mapping phase, shuffling phase, reducing, and finally the compilation part where we are getting the final output at a particular location. So our input data are splitted into a different number of input files. So one single files are split into a different part based on our programming model, based on our requirements. So in this example, the input files are split in the form of rows. So in the first rows, whatever number of text data we have are combined together in the second row, and the similar in the third row. What would be happen in the mapping function? All the data stored in a one splitting file has to be kept. It has to be executed with the help of a mapper function. This mapper function has a key value pair. So as a D appear at a one time, beer appear at a one time, river appear at a one time. So the same way, car or the whatever text data inside in this split files has to be mapped with the key and value pairs. So how many number of times there will be a one key obviously, and the how many times it appears, it has to be stored in its values. In the same way, all the splitted files are computed together. In the shuffling phase, in the next phase, shuffling phase, all the similar data is stored together. So if we are having a beer, then beer, how many number times this IDs appeared and the value, what would be the value? The same way, how many number of times the next IDs appear and the respective values. So all the similar data are kept together into the shuffling phase, and finally we have a reducing phase. So what would be happen in a reducing phase? The similar data means all the similar ID. Obviously, we don't need to write the beer twice. So there will be a one ID name as a beer, and the values will be computed together. So all the computation part means the things need to be reduced here. So in the mapping functions, what happen? The things will be mapped together, and in the reducing function with the help of a reducer function, in the reducing phase with the help of a reducer functions will be eliminated. So the similar things will be kept together again, and then the final results we are having the output of our objective like a word count process. So how many number of times a particular word appeared inside the our input file will be computed as a final results, like there are four significant word, individual words, and how many times they are appeared, it has to be computed in the final result that has to be stored or located at a specific location. So that's it all about the map reducer function. I hope you are understanding the concept of a Hadoop map reduce, since it is a one of the important aspect of a Apache Hadoop after SDFS. So thank you so much.